Hey, Chris Bayless here from the Sponsorship Collective. Today's video is actually a short training that I did inside our private Facebook group. Check the comments below for a link to the Facebook group where we have free training every week, tons of templates, and a real community of fellow sponsorship seekers. And of course, if you want us to keep making free videos and free content like this available, give us a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so you get updates every time we release a new video. Check it out. Hey team, let's talk sponsorship valuation. Easily one of my favorite topics. Easily one of everyone else's least favorite topics, but important. So let me just make sure we're going live and I'm in the right place. Awesome. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to talk all things valuation. I'm going to show you two templates and one quick behind the scenes look at our valuation calculator that our clients use. So you can see the most complex to the least complex way to do a valuation. Let me just open all these up here. Perfect. All right. So let me share my screen. But before I do, here's what we're going to do. If you would like a copy of the two valuation calculator templates, drop a comment, show me the money. Show me the money. And I'll share the valuation calculator templates with you. So one is an Excel, a Google Sheets, and the other is a designed template. I'm going to walk you through both of them. The valuation calculator that I'm going to show you right now, you cannot have access to, but I want to show you what's possible. Well, you can have access to it. You just have to book a call with my team, and then we can hang out and talk valuation. So really quickly, here is what the front end of the calculator looks like. Sorry, the back end, what it looks like. The idea is really simple, right? You're adding individual assets to your activation. You want to have someone speak, simply plug that in here, give them a 5-minute speaking gig in front of this many people is a whopping $1.8 million. Caution, do not use these values. These are completely made up values. This is only to prove a point and educate. Do not go charge someone a $1.8 million for a 5-minute speaking gig. This is an incorrect valuation, but it's really simple. All right, you click on the plus, add a logo, and what we teach way down here at the bottom is that you must choose a 3-to-1 or a 2-to-1 ROI, return on investment. I'll show you how to do that in the other templates as well. But what I want to show you is this really cool feature here. Let's see if it's still gonna. So this really cool feature here is what you can send to your sponsor. It shows a line-by-line breakdown of the valuation, everything you're charging, the total value, your hard costs, and the 2-to-1 ROI. But one of the cool things that we do in our valuations is that we actually like to provide the bucket view instead of the line-by-line view. So if you found yourself asking the question of my team, hey, what does the calculator actually look like? This is just a really simple overview of that. And then we're going to jump into the other templates. And then here it is by bucket view. So rather than breaking out each individual asset, the category of assets called speaking opportunities is worth this. And then here's your 2-to-1 or 3-to-1. This doubles as a fulfillment report. So this is the solution for you if your valuation or if the sponsorship that you're looking for is in the high 5 figures, certainly in the 6 figures and 7 figures. And in many cases, sponsors are just outright asking for these things. So if a sponsor is demanding a valuation, this is what you want to use. And if you're looking for sponsorship above the $50,000 mark, you should most certainly be using something like this. All right. So the next two I'm going to share with you. If you would like a copy of these, drop show me the money in the comments section. So this is a super simple version of what I just showed you, right? It's obviously not a software tool, so you can't send sponsors the links. These are Representative values, you'll still want to do your research to make sure that the values are correct. Those using our calculator, we're constantly updating our values. Those using the spreadsheet, you're going to actually want to compare your values to values in the marketplace. And the way we do that is by pulling what are called rate cards. And it tells us what companies are paying for similar advertising and marketing in the marketplace. So this is a more manual version, but same basic premise. Let's say you're selling naming rights for your property. You simply want to put how many people, including your media reach, will actually see your property. Whoops, that's the exact same number. I'll make it a bigger one. And it automatically calculates your value for you. So again, you're going to want to make sure that these values in this column accurately reflect and represent what's appropriate for your marketplace. If you're using our tool, obviously, we're doing that for you. And so here's a listing of the most common assets. So you can download this, update the values, and it's then a working calculator. And this is the free tool that you can use. Twitter, how many followers do you have? Maybe you only have 5,000. One tweet mentioning the sponsor is worth $66.58. Not 10,000, I'm sorry to tell you. It is just mentioning a sponsor isn't worth a ton. Logo in eBlast or newsletter, you can see down here, depending on the size of your database. And then a tool for determining how much you can charge back to a sponsor for earned or paid media. Something that's really important that I think people miss is adding the hard costs. So let's say the logo on single logo on main stage, you have to buy the sign. And maybe that sign costs you $500. You should be charging your sponsors for hard costs related to the activation of the sponsor. And so you want to drop that in the calculator. Our calculator tool, this calculator tool has a mechanism to add that to the total value of your sponsorship opportunity. So for those of you doing high 5-figure, for sure 6-figure and above, book a call with my team. Let's talk about valuation. You should be using our tool. For those of you who are running events, smaller opportunities, or you just kind of want to get a sense of how this valuation thing works, you've got a valuation template right here that you can use. And just remember that these are not the values we think you should charge. This is for education and educational purposes. You should do your research to determine the value. If you're using our valuation calculator, then we are in fact doing the research regularly. And so that's a different story. So this is the tool that is only available in Facebook to download. It is a free tool. This is the tool that our clients get to use. They get free access to as long as they're a client of ours. And then this is a really simplified template for you to download to guide your internal valuation conversation and get you thinking differently about valuation. So the first one is a software tool. The second one is an Excel spreadsheet. And the third one has some instructions on how to do a valuation, how to think about valuation, some sample values that you can use to think about your own valuation. And again, if you haven't dropped "show me the money" in the comments, do so now. I'm going to share these templates with anyone that hits me up with a "show me the money" in the comments. And if you want to book a call with my team at any time, we book 15-minute calls just to see whether or not we can help you. Really simple, no pressure. Jump on a call with my team and see whether or not more involved valuation makes sense for you. That's cool too. I'll drop a link for that. And so this valuation template, really simple, lists a whole bunch of the assets that are typical and common for sponsors, in particular event sponsors, but we've included naming rights for building, for events, for an award, like kind of the full range of sponsorship listed here. Shows you how to break it out, and then comment about brand value, how to calculate your brand value, and then a really quick little checklist here for you to define your properties, your assets, your audience, your tangibles, your brand value. It tells you how to assign a percentage of your brand value back into your valuation calculator. For those using our tool, we have a 20 question brand value calculator. But this checklist will tell you more or less how to complete a valuation. This calculator will let you jump in and create a sample valuation calculator for yourself. And then the big guns, if you want to be able to send your sponsors a link to show them that you've done evaluation by the sponsorship collective and show them exactly how that's broken down, then you can do that using our tool as well. So if you would like a copy of 2 of the 3 things that I sent you, drop that I reviewed today, drop a show me the money in the comments, and I'll hit you up with the Excel spreadsheet and the design template. If you want to jump on a call with a member of my team and talk about how to use the big guns, the software tool valuation, drop in the comments calculator tool, and I'll hit you with a link that you can just jump on Micah's calendar, and in 15 minutes or less, he can tell you whether or not our valuation process is appropriate for you. All right, that's it. Want this thing? Show me the money. Want to hang out with Micah? Calculator tool. And if you're watching this on replay, as always, please hit me with the word replay so I know that people are checking this out. And if you like these 10-minute tactics, give me a thumbs up. All right, guys, talk soon.